Hello.
Hey there, good to see everyone.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Milan,
Hi, Ronnie.
and everyone else. What are we missing? It's only 6, 7 of us. Is that correct?
We're just 6 of us actually.
Yeah, I
We have a
guess.
quorum?
Yeah, we only need 5, right? So we do have a quorum.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Shall we get started then?
Oh,
Okay, it's 6:01 p.m. and the Human Rights Commission is now in session. Oops. Pursuant to Chapter 20 of the Acts of 2021, this meeting will be conducted via remote means. Members of the public who wish to access the meeting may do so via Zoom or by telephone. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings in real time via technological means. So, welcome everyone. Happy to see new faces here. Today we have a fairly straightforward agenda. Principally, it's the human rights report that we're going to talk about. Did I do roll call? I did not. I just realized who's not here,
Yeah.
Silas. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Liz Haygood, absent. Rizwana Khan,
Present.
Deborah Kolodny,
Here.
Silas, absent. Ronnie
Absent.
Parker here. Jay Pillay here.
Present.
Alexandra Tara Torina.
Present.
Did I say that correctly? You'll have to correct it
Yeah,
so that,
almost.
okay.
It's okay.
Okay. Milan Clark.
here.
Okay, that's done. Welcome everyone. So it looks like I'm just going to go a different way from the agenda and first welcome our new commissioners, Alex and Milan. We're so thrilled to have you both. I know you both have a lot to contribute. I don't know if you'd like to start by just saying a few words about yourselves, and then we'll go into the agenda itself. And maybe we should go around and everyone just say a little bit, a couple of sentences, not your whole life story. Rizwana, do you want to start?
Yeah, okay. That's a challenge just to say a couple of words, but yeah, Amherst is amazing. And I am very happy over here because I, as a person, got evolved and I got to know how to negotiate and to interact with people and be a facilitator, in short. And basically, Human Rights Mission, as you know, Milan, you don't know actually, Alex also. We have done a lot. We have created bylaws, and we are very close knit, membership over here. Very nice resident volunteers. So actually, it's not just us. All of the commissions are like that. So I'm very happy to have you, both of you here. It's, we are going to have a wonderful year with a retreat and all that. Thank you.
Okay, Milan, you're next on my screen.
All right. My name is Milan. I've lived in Amherst since about 2012, so I came here for school. I've stuck around ever since. I'm pretty involved with the Amherst League of Women Voters, on the steering committee, co-spokesperson as well. And I've just been getting more involved with things around town in the past few years. I know one day I looked up and I was just saying, I want to at least get more involved in what's going on. So I started, I don't know, showing up to some meetings, and next thing I know, I'm here.
Great, welcome.
Thank you.
Deb?
Hi, everyone. Deb Kolodny. I've been on the commission for 2 years. I moved to Amherst 4 years ago. And as some of you know, this will be my last meeting. I am actually my membership. I just took a position as a rabbi in Brattleboro, Vermont. And even though I'm not moving immediately, and I thought initially, oh, I'm not moving, I can do both things. But I started a week and a half ago, and it's I know this is public, but it's kicking my ass. So it's a lot of work, and I just don't have the bandwidth that I used to have. And so, yeah, I could tell you more, but I'm leaving. So I will miss working with Elon and Alex because I remember interviewing you and you're both absolutely fantastic. And I know you're going to do amazing things here. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deb. Alex, you're next, and then Jay.
Hi, it's really nice to meet everyone. I'm Alex. I just moved to Amherst a year ago for school. I go to Amherst College. So I'm originally from Russia, but I'm really excited to get more involved with Amherst as a town beyond my college campus.
Jay?
I've been as a college professor in the area since 1996, and I thought that since this is a college town with so many schools associated with the area, it would be nice to have some representation from the college, at least from the teacher perspective, and as well as being a resident in the town. I think there are a lot of intersections of what happens between the town and the colleges. I think there's something to be contributed from that area.
Okay. And I'm Ronnie Parker. I am with Deb, and Deb in transition, but with Deb, co-chair of the Human Rights Commission. And I moved here 4 years ago, just like Deb. I'm very interested. I've been very interested in human rights for a long time, particularly having to do with food, the right to food. In any event, welcome to you both. I guess we can now go to our agenda. Okay, are there any announcements? None.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I'll just share. Should I just share something with you about? I attended an LGBTQ first time rainbow meeting at the bank's community center, and they don't want them to be considered as seniors. They want intergenerational thing, and it was really interesting. Our DI support, Pamela, was also there, and I felt that somehow we were not giving them their due, I guess, recognition, because they were quite lost in a way. They didn't know how to handle everything. Fortunately, that our DI office is really strong in taking surveys and conducting everything very hands-on. So basically what I felt was that we had somehow ignored them. I don't know, it's my personal thing, in the surveys, or we did not highlight them. I don't know what the background is, but because of the Pride parade, there was a lot of validation that happened. And there was this one person who has moved from Florida, older guy, but he wanted the whole community, intergenerational people, to meet in a very nice venue so they can enjoy and have some activities. So I think we should not ignore that. That's all.
Thank you. Any other announcements? Okay, so agenda, as I said, it's fairly straightforward today. Mainly a bunch of reports, the usual reports, and then the discussion of the annual human rights report that we submit, and then one important announcement. But let's go first to public comment. I see there is no public. There are only 7 participants, so we can skip that. We're moving now to member reports. Are there any reports? Okay, so
I can provide one more report. The one I went to was Veterans Morning also, and that was very interesting. There was a lot of stress or like a concern as to what was going on. But again, Pamela dropped in. There was coffee and all that. So she also said there's some in the mornings they are going to have some kind of a interaction, communication, and trying to de-stress the situation, because all these veterans, they felt that they were being pulled apart due to the situation. So I don't know how should we address that also. So that is one of the report. I actually wrote it in my blog also. So it was a little bit sad when I heard them talking about their past and how they are right now, and they're facing the same stress level. So that is, they felt helpless basically. Yeah.
Could you tell me what they're facing? I'm sorry to sound ignorant, but
Yeah.
when you
They
say
were
they're
facing.
facing it, what is the issue that they're
Okay.
facing?
All right. Thank you for asking. Basically, they are mostly from Vietnam era, and they were doing advocacy, and they were on the sidewalks, and they were standing there and doing. So now, because of the fact that the situation is quite similar in their minds, because the armies or military is on the streets in Washington. So they were just, because of that, that was bringing to them those memories. And the other fact was also, again, if we hook it connected to the human rights, they were not able, there was a lot of division and friction between their families who are not in Amherst, might be there in Ohio or somewhere. So they are not able to communicate with them also. So basically they are very isolated. Yeah, and they were saying that because they are in Amherst, and because they are more, I guess, attuned to advocacy and so on, they are not able to talk or handle the situation. So I guess that's again where we are talking about facilitation and coming in to play. So they were stressed because of that. It is recreating their past issues when they were, and in the Vietnam era, and because of the fact that they had given their lives to the army and front lines, and now they are not getting their what were they expecting.
Okay, well, thank you for the report. I think that when we begin our outreach, once our video is done, it's important to maybe use that as a way to connect with more groups in the community in the next year. Any other reports? I have one, and this has to do with the immigration initiative. I think you all, well, there's so many new people here, but there was a decision to approve sending a letter out and calling together local organizations that are working with immigrants and connecting them with the State Office for Refugees and Immigrants, so that we could think about how we're going to respond to all the fear that is around us because of ICE actions. And their budget having gone up, the fear has increased. We, as the Human Rights Commission, really cannot run programs or do stuff very much, but we can convene people. And so what we have done is convened a small group of, I believe there are 12 organizations that will be meeting with the Office for Refugees and Immigrants and the ACLU Massachusetts on Friday. It'll be a deep and short meeting, and we're hoping that some kind of coalition will emerge from this meeting. DEI has been working very hard on it with me. And so, Philip, do you want to add anything to what I've just said for now?
No, I would just say that it's definitely an initiative that a lot of people have been wanting to happen. So I think you all should definitely feel proud of the convening of the group, and hopefully it comes and transpires from something on Friday. I think a lot of people want to do work and collaborate. Just sometimes it takes that initial meeting. So that's what this Friday is about.
And I spoke with the ORI, their top people are going to join us. They have a lot of important resources the point of it for me largely is that the resources they have that are available to us should be made known so that we can access them for our local population. And these include everything from different kinds of legal assistance to, $20 a month for your family member who may be detained so they can use the commissary and buy stuff. So it's quite a range of resources. Anyway, we'll know more after Friday, but I think we're taking the first step. That's my report. That's the only one I have. Anything else before we move on? Okay. Welcome to new commissioners. We did that. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so happy. I want to tell you as new commissioners that one of the reasons we're able to get so much done is that everybody comes to the meetings. If you don't have a quorum, you cannot do anything. So it's really important to be here and to vote, and I hope you'll continue to come regularly. Approval of minutes. Has everyone read the minutes? Who can vote for that? I guess we cannot approve them now because can we approve?
You can
Philip?
approve. You can approve them. Milana, and
Even though we,
I would suggest just abstaining from it since you were not a part of the
yeah,
minutes there, but you have a majority still
okay.
present.
Okay, can I get a motion to approve the minutes? Jay, second? Okay. All in favor?
You might need to do a roll call, Ronnie.
Okay, Rizwana? Milan? Ronnie, yes. Deb?
Yes.
Alex?
Abstain, right?
Jay?
Yes.
Okay, motion's passed. Okay, we're on to our very special co-chair who has done a lot of work on this commission, including help us formulate the 3-year plan, which we are now in the middle of. So Deb, floor is yours.
I'm sorry.
The floor is yours.
I heard what you said. I'm supposed to be presenting this.
No, you're supposed to make your announcement.
Oh, I already did. Yes.
Yeah, I think that and then
right.
this probably
You did-
the initial the video, right? Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so Deb, thank you so much for your service. I really cannot say that enough. I know you've contributed a lot. You've been a very busy person, but I've really appreciated the support I've gotten as a co-chair. Thank you.
Well, Ronnie, it has been a pleasure working with you. It's been a pleasure working with everybody on the board. The DEI office is remarkable. And sorry, I didn't realize I needed to formally read into the minutes. And I'm sorry to be leaving. Yeah, I'm sorry to be leaving. And I know you're all fired up to continue doing good work. So I'll see you
We
around.
know,
I'll see
yeah, but we know you'll be amazing as a rabbi to your flock. I don't know if you can say that in Christian churches, they say the flock, I don't know, whatever, but I know you'll be amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. The other thing that's happening in my life is that I started a justice project with a national Jewish organization to activate 50 congregations and 300 clergy and 120 clergy students for climate care and for peace in Israel-Palestine. So one of the things that's been, I was able to juggle that with freelance work, but I wasn't able to juggle that with a pulpit and this. So I say that just to say I'll be continuing to do work, to support the needs of those who are traditionally underrepresented or oppressed. So,
Thank you.
in my heart.
All right, so that means that we'll need a new co-chair. And I would really like, hey, Liz, welcome.
How are you?
So I would really like people to think about who you would like to nominate. We have our retreat next month. At that point, we'll nominate a new co-chair. Okay? Liz, do you want to introduce yourself? We have 2 new commissioners today. You're muted.
I'm actually driving from my cousin's calling hours, so I apologize for being late, but family first. My name is Elizabeth Haygood. This is my beginning, will be my 6th and last year on the commission, and I am a past co-chair with Ronnie.
It looks like I'm not very good at holding on to co-chairs because we just lost Deb.
Sorry.
Don't take that personally.
Okay. So moving on, the next item is the human rights report. What we placed in the attachment is a draft version. It doesn't say draft, but it is a draft. It's missing, I think, a piece that Silas was going to write about his work with the housing authority. Is that in there? Philip, I think that's missing. But otherwise, it's more or less there. Did everyone read the report? Yes? Raise your hand if you read it. Okay. Are you ready to sort of, are there any questions about it? Rizwana?
Yeah, there was a one typo there in that report, I guess. Instead of red cards, it was cars. Car.
Oh,
Okay. That was
okay,
a
we'll
minor
check that.
typo.
Okay,
It-
so since Jay hasn't read it, and just so everyone understands everything, I'm just going to go over it very quickly. It does talk about the work of the HRC, which is different from our usual because it doesn't list a lot of events, but it shows that we didn't have events and participated in events. But it also talks about the other work we've done, mainly the webinar, which needs to be videoed. It hasn't been done yet, but it will be, I think. I think the text is all written, so it just has to go. And I know we have a commissioner who has experience in this area, so I think, Deb, we can make a smooth transition, maybe with Milan, if you're interested in taking it on, because I know you've worked with Amherst Media quite a bit. Let's see, representation. Is there anything we need to highlight here that you think, Philip? We have all the usual things. Maybe we should talk about the challenges. One is that our bylaw has not been presented to the town council yet. So the bylaws, this is the 2nd year that we're going back and saying, why hasn't it been presented for approval? We still don't have bylaws. When Liz was my co-chair, she and I held meetings with the town's lawyers, the town manager, to go over the bylaws, address any issues. So I know it's ready to go, but it hasn't gone. So that's one challenge that we have mentioned. The other one is that we want to see a stronger relationship with and more engagement with the town manager and town council when it comes to human rights issues. Our mandate says that we are an advisory body to the town council and the town manager, but our advice has never been sought. The town's charter allows for a town council member to participate in our meetings, but no one has ever been assigned to us. So I think we want to say that it is time. There's enough going on now and we are working on these issues, that we really need the town to consider our voice as an entity. So that is the last thing. What I'd like to do is see if we could I would like to make a motion to make the minor changes, add the housing bit from Silas, and go submit it. So is there anyone who's ready to second that?
I
The
second that.
motion? Okay. Rizwana, Deb. All right,
Okay.
then we'll take a vote on it. So if you agree, say yes. Rizwana,
Yes.
Milan,
Yes.
Ronnie, yes. Deb,
Yes.
Jay,
Yes.
Alex,
Yes.
Liz?
Yep.
Okay, motion approved. We'll make these small changes. We'll add a few sentences from Silas and submit it. Okay, thank you. So next is the DEI update. Philip?
All right, I am pulling that up right now. I'll be honest, we don't really have much to update. It is the summer for us, so we're
How
taking.
about working with me on the immigration
Right,
stuff?
yes, we definitely have that happening there. So you already gave that update, so thank you for doing that. Yep, we're having that initial meeting on Friday. It's a convener group that you all are leading with the help of us in a way, as Pamela acting as the HR or the human rights director. So we are planning on doing a lot of outreach in the upcoming months here with school starting back up, you know, living in the college town. All of you all know that things start to really ramp up in September. Me and Pamela have done our calendar for the end of the year and kind of really the next fiscal year here, and it is basically packed. So we have a lot of things happening. Two of them that I will mention is Crest is having a Crest Day on 9/21 from 12 to 4 at Mill River Park. And that is really meant to understand what is CREST in the community. So they're trying to get as much advocacy out there and just get the word out. You know, they're going to be there. You can talk to responders, you'll talk to the director. You can really hopefully understand what it is CREST is doing on a day-to-day. I think that question has been asked a lot in this past year. So they're hoping to have that answered. And people feel confident that the work that they're doing is needed and valuable. The next one that I will mention is the block party that is the 18th of next month. That will be from 5 to 9. Historically, we've had you all kind of act as volunteers at our table and talk about the HRC, interact with the public. So if you all are interested in doing that, we can certainly send out a sign up genius to do so, and you all can sign up slots. It's usually we have 2 people and it's for no more than an hour. So, you know, if you're already there, stop by the table, then you get to just talk a little bit in that way. The department is going to be given the staffing duties of the new Amherst Black Reparation Committee that is being formed. The applications are open now. Review of them will start 9/2, so September 2nd. But you know, if you submit one September 3rd, we will still look at your application. It's just that's when the review is happening, and so we'll start to hopefully get that group up and running. That will give the department staffing 4 of our town boards and commissions with a staff of 2. So we will be managing that the best that we can. The DEI newsletter is on our page. So if you are ever wondering what it is DEI is doing, we are hopefully getting that out and making everybody aware what it is that we are doing. This upcoming newsletter will have some new initiatives that we're going to take on. I would say it now, but we just need approval on one of them, so I don't want to misspeak. But if you look at the newsletter, you'll kind of get where I'm going with that. And then we have the annual report. I couldn't remember if we had a time to highlight that at our last meeting in July, but the DEI did an annual report just kind of all the initiatives that we did, and that is also on our website, and that is for the fiscal year of 2024 to 2025. So that's a really good one. I'm going to be participating every Saturday starting in September to October. of the RISE program. That program is a youth empowerment initiative that's in partnership with REC, PD, CRES, and the DEI office is going to be doing that. And so that is, you know, getting kids kind of moving, but also talking about topics around DEI and other related topics. So that will be happening Saturday. We are still looking for participants to sign up. I may sign up my son. He just doesn't know about it yet. We'll see what happens. And then lastly, the Amherst Global Village Festival, which is the festival
my
that
God.
we come into from all of the events that you all put on as a committee that we focused into one. It's, believe it or not, time to start talking about 2026 Amherst Global Village Festival. So we're looking for a member to join our planning committee from you all. So then that way, you know, obviously I will give updates as needed, but that way you all can have a member on the committee as well and give input on those day-to-day interactions. I guess that was more than what I thought I would update on, but that's the update.
So I would really like to be sure we have involvement in this block party because it's very active. It's also a nice way to meet other people in town. Are you going to send out a sign-up sheet, Philip?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that that was still what you all wanted, and I basically have it created. I just need to hit send tomorrow when I get in the
Yeah.
office.
Yeah.
I say, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to find out more about the budget also, because the new budget has been passed. I guess Mass Culture has passed their budget, the state one. But what is the update for that budget?
But
Are we getting any money? Because last time we were a little bit, there was a heightened emotion about that. So just give us an update. Thank you.
an update on the DEI budget or what
Yeah.
budget? The DEI budget.
Yeah, any budget.
Right. So the DEI budget is the same that it has been. We saw no increase or no decrease. So we have the same budget that we had last year, which is our
Okay.
salaries, and then 13.5 for operating expenses. So that is a budget we are working with. That's what we're working with from last year. The HRC budget is still around that 500 that I spoke about last time. We were here. 200 of it will go to the video. And then we are using some money for the meeting this Friday as well for that
Okay.
initiative, but not much in that. So
So is there any way of raising funds? Is there any options to do
yeah,
that?
so you all as a commission have what is called a friends account for
Oh,
the town, and so that is controlled by kind of you all, and anybody in the public can get to that. So if someone wrote even a $5, $10 check, whatever it is, if they put on the memo line HRC friends account, it's going to go into an account that will pay for initiatives that you all would like to see. Historically, that's been for events that have happened throughout the years. So you know, Juneteenth, Lunar New Year, Black History Month. But last year we used that account for the Amherst Global Village Festival to really put that together. And then you all got a donation from the League of Women Voters for the Youth Hero Awards. So that's where some of that money is coming from, as well as selling some t-shirts at the Amherst.
if there's a follow-up question also. For example, if we are interested in asking for grants, for example, now you mentioned that women's legal, you know, that voters, they also gave donated gave money for that. So if we are interested in getting grants, so how is the DEI office can help us?
That I will have to get back to you on. I'm not sure on the aspects of grants because as a municipality, we, like as a department, we would need to get the approval of the town manager to apply for a grant. I'm not sure how that works for a town
Okay.
committee, but I
Right.
might think it's the same, but I don't want to misspeak. I don't know that answer
Okay.
for sure.
Okay, that'll be great. Thank you.
So someone asked me just recently about making a donation to the Human Rights Commission. Do they get a notice that allows them a tax deduction, or is it more like a political contribution?
It's definitely tax deductible. So I'm not sure if our accounting office gives a notice. I can find that out, but if not, we can give them the tax ID and go from there.
Okay, great. Anything else on DEI? So I do want to say I won't be here the month of September, and so it's really important that people show up at that. Not that but I would have been there the whole time. I love going to that, but this year I won't be there. And I have met a lot of people and had a lot of questions about the commission and what we do, and there's a lot of interest, and so it's important for us to have a presence there, I would say. Silas, welcome.
Party, I'm
Um,
usually at the block party for the whole
Great.
time as well. So
Great.
I'll be there.
Great. Silas, we have 2 new commissioners, and we all went around and introduced ourselves. If you could just say a few things about yourself.
Sure. Hi, I'm Silas. So nice to meet you. Looks like Milan and Alex. I use he, him pronouns, and I live in Amherst, but I work at Smith College, and this is my almost first full year on the commission.
Okay. Okay, the next agenda item is retreat planning. I believe the retreat date we set is for September 28th. So we won't have a meeting in September, but we will have the retreat, which is a Sunday. What else do we need to discuss, Philip?
Ronnie or Liz or someone else on the commission, do you all want to give a kind of what the retreat entails for the new members, just to because it's very different than a meeting?
So for one thing, it's a whole day. We get together. The idea is to get to know each other better, to build trust, to share our thoughts about human rights and where we stand and what our priorities are, and on a more practical level, to come out with a work plan for the next year. Like last year, we said we're going to focus on immigration and we're going to focus on education about human rights. And then we built our work around that. So at the retreat, we will say next year we will focus on X and Y, or just X, or whatever it is. That's the outcome, but a lot of it is about us getting to know each other so we can work comfortably. It's in person. Throughout the year, we're just on Zoom, we're just little boxes. And I think it's really important to have that kind of exchange. So that's that. Does anyone want to add who's been to a retreat before? Liz, I can't tell if you raised your hand, you're on mute.
I actually did not raise my hand. I'm trying to drive in this pouring rain on the highway, so I'm just listening.
Okay. Silas, Jay, were you at last year's retreat?
Yes.
Would you like?
Yeah, I mean, Liz wrote the best poem. That's all I can remember.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was a wonderful exercise of where the various members speak about themselves, but they express that through things such as poetry. It was a good creative exercise, I thought, for all of us. And it was a way for us to get to know each other much better. I wish that we had more of those kinds of things happening, but we do what we do according to the bylaws. So
actually, that's also something to consider for the retreat next year. Maybe we should have, another gathering mid-year, or more gatherings in general that are more in person, that focus more on on getting to know each other. I don't know. It's something to discuss at the retreat. Silas, did you want to add anything? Or is one of you guys have been at retreats before?
Yeah, I agree with Jay that we did have that ice-breaking exercises and that was really good for us. And basically, Pamela was there, so now that we have Philip there, but but I will miss her. Well, and the fact is that this time we should be more prepared in the way as to the situation, environmentally, politically, and so on. And we should bring more proactive things on the agenda, and then we should filter out and do something like that. So, and everybody should have this kind of a role that they need to play. That should be highlighted in that retreat also.
Yeah, just seconding what all was said. I think one other piece that wasn't mentioned was we did a values assessment and some scenario-based work. And I think that was really useful because like it's that piece of how do we maintain our working relationship with each other as we're working towards the task of advancing human rights in Amherst. And so I really appreciate that opportunity to think alongside you all and see how I think diverse the perspectives are on this commission, even in how we may approach a certain scenario, for example. But yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to add to it that we have some projects that we are actually working on, for example, the webinar and so on. So we should try to make that happen. Even Deborah started it and initiated so many projects. We should look into those and we should try to sustain them basically and find ways to sustain them also, because that will take a lot of energy and stamina, so we should look into it and not archive them. We should make it more happening so that we are there out there on media also.
Okay. Any other comments, questions about the retreat before we move on? Milan?
Well, maybe not necessarily the retreat, but just the video itself that was discussed. Is that the goal of the video, just to introduce the role of the HRC and the work that the HRC has done, or is there more to it?
Deb, I'll let you speak.
Descriptions of what a complaint is and how you get who you go to get to make a complaint and what you can expect when you do that. To give clear working definitions of what human rights are and what a violation of human rights is, not only so people can make a complaint, but also so if people are running a business or an organization and they want to get some consulting support so that they do the right thing, they can get in touch with the DEI office. So yeah, it's not, the goal is not to say who we are. The goal is to say, this is what we do. We want to be of service to you. If you think something happened, get in touch. If you want to make sure you don't do something wrong, get in touch. That kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Great.
Great question.
Okay, Jay?
Yes, may I suggest that the script for the video be sent to everybody present today so that everybody could be on the same page, so to speak.
I think that's a great idea for all of
Yeah.
us to have it and bring it with us to the retreat, because we will talk about it and the next steps. Anything else? Okay, retreat planning. Philip, what do we need to do? Or do you all do it?
Well, no, you all
We
are
volunteer to help, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah,
But the date was
Sunday the 28th.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I remember that. Okay. And then time frame wise, what are you all looking for?
Jay?
Yeah. Let me think. I mean, last year, I think that we started late morning, almost lunch,
Yep.
Yeah.
right? So I think that worked quite well. That time frame worked quite well. So why don't we stick with that?
I think historically we have started earlier on that. And I'll be honest and just selfish for me and Pamela as employees of the town. I think that would be preferred on our end, so we could have somewhat of a Sunday. But I mean, if the majority of you all feel that way, then we will do what the majority would like.
Yeah, 9 o'clock is good too. Actually, I'm an early bird, so I get so. But I'm just suggesting.
The only suggestion I would make is that whenever we start, we have like a closing session right after lunch, so that we have that time for some social interaction. And the other thing that I suggest about Sunday is that maybe a team of us could be predetermined to do the cleanup so that at the point when the meeting is over, Pamela and Philip can go home. And we will clean up and leave the place as we found it. So if we can get a few volunteers to do that, or all of us agree we're going to stay and clean up, when the meeting is finished, they just leave.
Yeah, we can set up some timings also, like if we come at specific time and Philip can leave early and we can just
Not
give
leave
the
early,
time.
as soon as the meeting is over. They
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have, normally we pack up our stuff and we walk out and they clean
Yeah,
up.
we
So
true.
instead, they pack up their stuff and leave and we clean up.
Yeah, I think last time we ended at 2 o'clock. I don't know. It's been
Mhm.
1 year now. So if we end
So
at
it was
2, it
10
should
to
be good.
2.
Oh, cool.
Is that what it was? 10 to 2?
Yeah, I think.
At the time.
Yeah. So Philip, yeah. So 2 o'clock. Or we can end it at 1 o'clock. That'd be 9 then. Start at 9.
Or would you prefer like 12 to 4?
Not 12 to 4 for them. They want to go home and have their
Yeah.
Sunday.
So they want
Yeah.
it earlier in the day.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be
Okay.
our preference. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It should end before 2 o'clock. Let's set that up. 2 is our ending.
Are people okay with the 9 o'clock meeting, or is that?
If
Yeah,
you're
9
okay
is
with
good.
a 9 o'clock, indicate with your thumb. I think 9 is fine.
Yeah, 9 is cool. Mhm.
I'll just stay in bed as long as I can, no matter what time it is. That's how I am. But 9 is fine. It's very reasonable.
Give me a blanket over there
No.
and you're sitting in the chair position.
That works great then. I have so far from our conversations, nominating a co-chair,
Yes.
the video for you all. I think you all should discuss planning the Human Rights Day. I feel like that always comes about just randomly sometimes, and then we're doing it very last minute. That I think thinking ahead about it would be good. And then anything that I could do with the Global Village Festival. But I think if you all have topics that you would like to add in, send them to Ronnie, CC me, I'll get them on the agenda.
Okay.
And then we will do kind of an icebreaker activity. I'm not sure if it will be the poem again or what it is. I think Pamela's better at that stuff than I am, so I will let her take the lead on that.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Everyone plan to stay and clean up, please, so they can leave, okay?
Yeah.
So we're back to public comment, and I see that there are no additional public. There are just 9 participants. So no public comment at this time. Next meeting date then would be the 3rd Wednesday of October. So no meeting in September. We have the retreat in September, and then we have the next meeting in October. Are there any other topics to be discussed? Silas, I'll catch up to you afterwards on the human rights report. Okay.
I don't have any discussions, but I just want to publicly acknowledge that, Deb, I'm glad that you are moving on, but it will be sad to see you go. It's always fun for people that don't know. I was actually a co-chair at the time when Deb joined the committee, and then
And
I
when
left
I
to
joined,
California.
when
And
I
so-
joined, you were a co-chair, Philip.
Yes. Well, yes, coming on. So it's just been wonderful. Yes.
I'll miss
Yeah,
you.
it won't be the same without you, Deb.
I know you won't
But
have,
we want you to move on to bigger and better things.
won't have my frizzy hair as a barometer of how humid it is outside.
Yeah.
The more like a clown I look, the more humid it is outside. But thank you. It's been an honor to serve with you all.
Okay, thank you, everyone. It is 6:50 p.m. and the Human Rights Commission is officially closed. Closed, is that the word? Meeting is over. Thank
Okay.
you. Bye.
Bye.